Good afternoon, welcome to today's video. Today I'll be showing you some items from the Scrappy Wife, so if you'd like to see those, stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to start with a couple things I got. So I am actually just announced as of the first week of February that I am now part of the Scrappy Wife Ambassador team. So I'm super excited. Elisa has been somebody that I have loved watching, for years. So, when this opportunity came about, I decided to take a chance, and I am super excited that I did because, of course, I didn't think I was going to get this, but then, I got the email and I was so excited. So I think this is adorable. So she puts in these thank you notes for her orders, and then I do have another one, which I love this because I can actually use these into like a journal. So I'm super excited about those. So the first thing that I have is I did get one of the composition notebook covers. I chose pink. I was debating between the pink or the purple. I actually like the teal too, so I might have to go back and order another one just because I love these. But I just think it's so classic, and there's just something so great about having something like a composition book, because it kind of reminds me of gives me those old school vibes, like back when I was in school, because I loved my composition books. And what I love about her covers is they are so thick, so they just feel so nice and sturdy. So this is going to be the grande size, which would be equivalent to the classic. So you kind of look with her sizes, she has the tall, the grande, and the venti. So the tall would be equivalent to a mini size, the grande would be equivalent to a classic size, and then the venti would be equivalent to the big size if you're looking at things similar to a Happy Planner or a Kell planner. But I will tell you what, the quality on these covers is outstanding. So Elisa, those are amazing. And then I also did get the corkboard dashboards. I thought these were really cool, and what I like about them is because they kind of come with this blank corkboard, I can decorate or personalize them myself with stickers and other things too. So in the pack, you get 6 of these. So they're just going to be like a divider. So I'm going to actually insert them into the notebook. And then I can, add my own dividers as well too once I set that up. So one of the things I am also most excited about are going to be these different inserts. So I did get 2. I got the household management, and then I got the tracker sampler. Ooh, I cannot speak this evening. And I just love her packaging. She says, thank you for supporting my small business. She has her socials and everything down there. But what I like about it with a tracker sampler is you're going to get all these different trackers. So they're not just going to be all the same. So let's go ahead and look through these. So let me get this open. And this is 58 double-sided pages. And let me tell you, the pages feel so nice and smooth. They're so great. I absolutely love these. So the first one is going to be a habit tracker, which it gives you the space for your habits, and then you have the checklist. Now, every single day does have 31 days. So of course, if there's a month that, you only the month, this is February right now, there's only 28 days, or if there's only 30 days in a month, you can always white out a circle. It's not that big of a deal, or don't even fill it in. And then what I like about her trackers is she does put dot grid on the other side. That way, if you want to create your own or kind of personalize it, you can pop these. These are meant to be taken where if you have a tracker, you don't have to use every single tracker every single month, because that would be very overwhelming to try to track 58 different things in a month. But you can pick and choose and maybe just use 1 or 2 each month, and then it kind of gives you an opportunity to try out different trackers, because there might be some that work really well for you, and if they work well, those would be the ones that you can continue to purchase as well too. So this kind of gives the sampler so you can try them out first. All right, so you get, let's see, you get 2 pages of those. And then this is a different version of a habit tracker where you have a focus and then you track on that same focus for each month. So you have January, February, March through December, and then you can color in down the line. So you're going to get 2 pages of those. And again, they have the dot grid on the back. And then you have a 25-day productivity challenge. This is what I need to work on right now. Oh, so you actually have 3 of those. Nice. I love it. The next one is going to be a sleep tracker. So you have your month, your year, and then you have your days. So you can put your dates down here and then you can track your hours of sleep. And then, you know, once you see how many hours of sleep, you can also rate your energy levels as well. So you're going to get 3 of those as well. This one's going to be energy and mood tracker. So you have your daily log, which you have your sleep, your energy, your mood, and then a little section for notes. And then after the week, you have your weekly reflection, and then you have your mood and energy key. So that way, if you want to color code everything, you can. And then you have another one on the back. So these are going to be double-sided, and you're going to get quite a few of these. So you get 5 of those. And so you have enough for basically 10 weeks right there, which is great. Whoops. This one here is going to be an expense tracker. So it just has date, description, and amount. These would actually be great for the business that we have right now. So I am super excited about these. And those are double-sided. So you get 3 pages double-sided. So that's 6 months worth. Bill tracker. So again, you're going to have your bills, your due date, your amounts, and then you can track it for each month too that you paid it. So for example, if you have your electric bill, you can put the due date every single month, the amount of it, and then you can, which I guess that would kind of be a different amount. So it would be a little bit different. But you can kind of put an estimate on the amount if you want to. But say you have something like your car payment that's the same every single month, that you could put in there, and then you could mark it off every time you pay it. So you're going to get a front and a back page of that. This one's awesome too, a subscription tracker. So you have your subscription, your amount, due date, frequency, and payment method. This comes in handy for those different subscriptions that you have every single month. I absolutely love that. Then you have healthy habits. So you're going to have your menu planner. So you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. So you have those for 7 days a week. You also have a section for workout. So you have exercise, calories burned, and then you have a water intake. So you can color in your water. So these are double-sided. And you're going to get 5 of those. You got more than that. So it looks like you have 6. So that's going to be 12 different weeks. So that's like 3 months worth of habits. Then you also have your fitness goals. So you can have your start date, starting weight, starting BMI. You can kind of track all these things, your measurements. And then the back is going to be blank a dot grid. So you do get 3 of those. We also have the workout planner. So you're going to have your date, your focus area, duration. You can have all your different exercises, and then you can mark off your weight and your reps for those. So you have 2 of those double-sided right there. Medication tracker. This is great too if you're tracking any medications you take. This would be something I don't really have medications right now, so I wouldn't, but you know, I can always save it in case I do. So you get 3 front and back of those. Monthly water challenge. This is awesome because that is something I am very bad about doing, is tracking my water. So I think this is phenomenal. So you're gonna get 3 pages of that. So you have each day, and then you can track your glasses by coloring them in, and you have 31 days on there. And then you're going to get 3 with the back being dot grid. You also have vitamin supplement tracker. So you get 2 of those front and back. A 52-week weight loss tracker. So this is something you can put in your planner and do it for the whole year, so you can track each single week. So this goes over the whole year, which is amazing. The self-care checklist. This is great too because this gives you some prompts to do, and then you can mark them off throughout the week. So I think this is amazing. And you have 4 of those. Then you have goals and habit tracker. So you have your habits, your goal action plan. You can cross off each day you stick to your habit. So this is great because you get a front and a back of that. Annual planner. So this is something I actually think I will use right away, and it's something that you can write your dreams and plans for the next year. But then you can write it down, and then you have a little spot where you can check it off or whatever you want to use for it. So this is great, and this would be something great to put in the front of your planner. And then let's start celebrating small wins. So then it kind of goes over each day. You can write, they say a small win is progress. So then what you can do is you can write your wins for the day, and you can keep track of it. And then at the very bottom, it says things I'm grateful for. So this is like something that you can practice, you know, kind of celebrating those small wins. And then of course it boosts confidence, builds momentum, and it keeps you moving forward. So you get 4 pages front and back of those. Ooh, I'm so excited about this movie tracker. I have been wanting to make one of these in my planner, and I love that it's now pre-made for me so I can fill in movies as I watch it. I'm so excited. So you get a front and a back of that. And then you have a TV show tracker, and then you have the little spots where you can do the ratings as well. So that's a front and a back as well. So I'm excited about that as well. And then these are neat because these are like blank ones that you can kind of decorate. So Elisa, like when she had it on hers, she kind of had it as a bucket list tracker. So you can put like spring bucket list or summer bucket list, and then you can write all the items down and check it off. But again, you don't have to use it as a bucket list. You can use it as something else. You know, say you wanted to write down like the steps to something that you're trying to create, and then, you know, write them down, and then you can check them off as you do it. So these are great because you can make them how you want to make them. So you're going to get 4 of those. Now, if you end up using it as a bucket list, then you have one for every season. And then you have make your own bingo. I love this too because this is something so fun. And it looks like you get 2 pages front and back of those. So that will be the tracker sampler. So let me just get these back in order. I am so excited for those. And then I also got the household management. So this is 63 double-sided pages. And I like this because her paper is 32 pound, which is great because then it doesn't bleed through as much when you write on it. It feels so smooth and nice too. But that is something I've been wanting to do, is like build like a household planner. I kind of have a few other inserts from, I have a couple from Kell Plan, and then, you know, some other ones that I wanted to make, but it's like, I thought it would be great to kind of combine like different trackers and make myself a household binder. So that's why I decided to get this. So the first section is family, and I'm gonna have to get another cover, and Elisa's covers are so good. I'm so excited to try to order another one. Okay, but then it has all about, so it has all the information. I apologize, it's after midnight here, so I'm a little tired. But then you can put like a picture down and everything too. And then you have medical info for that person. And so you have a couple pages of these so you can fill out everybody in your family. So I love this. I probably don't need as many, but it's great. I have extra in case I ever need to update something. So let's see. Oh, you get quite a bit of those. Because it's only me, my husband, and my son. But this is great because you have a good section of those if you ever needed to as well. And then you do have a medication tracker as well here. So you're going to get, let's see, you have 3, 4. Looks like it's going to be 5 pages front and back. Now again, I don't think, my husband does have medication, so maybe I could see if he wants to track those as well. And then we have the weekly family schedule. I love this because I really do need to set a schedule, especially, I mean, my son will be 2 at the end of the month. So I'm kind of excited to kind of put together a schedule and see if we can kind of build something, because I feel like right now, you know, I keep trying to like plan to do stuff, and, you know, things go around. And I think if I had a schedule and I could get him on that schedule a little bit easier, it'd make my life a lot easier as well. So we have the weekly family schedule. So you do get 2 pages of those front and back. So that would be your family section. The next section is going to be pets. I currently don't have any pets, but we were talking about possibly getting a dog in the future. So I will save this section. But then you have pet sitter notes, you have vaccination trackers on the back. So you have all of these that you can kind of put in there. Then you also have your veterinary visits. So you can date, you can write the reason for visit, any doctor's comments, prescriptions, and instructions. And then if you have to do a follow-up, you can write your date and time for a follow-up appointment. So these are amazing to have when we do decide to get a pet. So you have a section for the pets there. Next section is property, which is great because my husband and I, we do own our house. So this would be great for me to kind of keep track. And that's mainly the reason why I want to put the household binder, is I want to be able to track things like for our house. Like, when was the last time I changed the air filters, or when was the last time we did this? So I'm super excited to kind of like be able to be a little more organized on those things and upkeep, you know, the maintenance on a house. So we have home inventory. So you have item, location, and value, which is great because if you do have some valuable items, we can kind of like put them in a certain place and know like that we have those. This is great too. If you ever had to put a claim on insurance, at least you have a list of things that are worth some value as well. And then you have room by room. So I think something like this I would do like as like my deep cleaning schedule, you know. So for example, if I had to do things in like the bedroom, like, you know, I'm not going to pull off the curtains every single week and wash them, but that would be something that I would probably do like, you know, on a monthly basis. And, you know, something, you know, like, you know, I wash the sheets every single week, but like how often do you, you know, pull up and wash like the mattress pad, or how often do you pick up the bed and vacuum underneath it and stuff like that. So it would be like those deep cleaning tasks that you don't do very often. I would probably want to track those different kind of things as well. So you have 2 pages front and back there, which is fantastic. And then this is insurance tracker, which is great because then we can put all our insurances, the providers. So if you have, you know, like home insurance, auto insurance, and then I'd be able to have my policy group numbers and everything all in one place to kind of look those up. So I love that these are in here as well. Then you have property service providers. So for example, like, you know, we have our, you know, county water utilities, you know, the garbage, like, you know, people, I can put these contact informations down in any service dates. So when they do like the backflow, for example, like with the water, it's nice to know like, you know, what sort of dates that we're looking at as well. So I do love this kind of stuff too. So we're going to get 2 pages front and back of that. Next section is household. So this is going to be a project planner, which is nice because we are also planning to do some projects around our house as well. So this will be great because then I can put the project, the budget, and then I can kind of put the details and products and supplies needed. So then I can track everything. So these are amazing. And what I like too is it has the dot grid on the back. So, you know, if I ever, of course I have ideas, but if I have any other inspiration or photos, I could put those in here and kind of keep it all in one spot. So you're going to have, I believe, 5 of those. Oops. Now my pages are sticking together. Okay, this is, I guess, the section I was looking for, cleaning and maintenance. So you're gonna have your cleaning supplies list. You have kitchen, bathroom, living room, outdoors, bedroom, others. I do keep certain cleaning supplies in those certain rooms for certain tasks. And then it has a cleaning checklist. So you have daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. A lot of things like the monthly and yearly are what I'm really going to be focusing on because I do have a routine for my daily and weekly cleaning. But then I love this, the maintenance schedule. And this can kind of be things like, for example, when we have to change the filter on our fridge, like when we have to, you know, change the air filters and stuff like that. I can keep track of all these with this maintenance schedule. And then we have the cleaning checklist. This is great too if I wanted to kind of follow this on a week to kind of see, you know, make sure that I'm upkeeping on a daily basis. So you have kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, living room, general areas, garden, and then you have other pages. So these repeat, which I love that she gives you multiple pages because, you know, I think once I got a routine down and you kind of established a routine, then you would know what you need to do. But I do have a little bit of a routine, so it will be easy to follow. Next section is be administrative. So you're going to have your tracker subscription. So this is going to be the same one that's in that tracker sampler. You also have habit tracker. So you have morning routine, afternoon routine, evening routine. This is probably something I might pull out and put in my self-care planner. So I do love that we have these as well too. Let's see. So you have 4 pages of those, and then the back side is going to be dot grid. And then annual snapshot. So it has like, you know, things that you need to fulfill within those months right there. You have ideal daily routine. So you have morning, afternoon, evening to-do list, motivation. So again, this would be something I'd probably pull out and put in my self-care planner. And then you have seasonal routines. I don't know. This might be something I might want to make a copy of or do something similar into my cleaning one as well. So maybe I'll see if I can do something. Or I might just make this ideal daily routine. This could be my cleaning daily routine. And then I can do my seasonal routine. So I might move that to the household and cleaning section. And then we have the password tracker. So you have accounts, username, password, other, which I love this because I do sometimes forget my passwords. So this is great to have as well too. Of course, I would keep this in a place that nobody could find it because I wouldn't want that. But I do love this, and I'm so excited to put together a household binder. All right, so that was my haul from Scrappy Wife. So I have the household management. This is the grande size, which is classic. I also have the tracker sampler. And then I had the cork board dashboards, which I'm gonna kind of use these in my planner when I set it up, and then use these as dividers. And then I have the composition cover. And what I did is I actually pulled some black discs that I had from Happy Planner. I think I have metal somewhere, but I was like, oh, I'm just going to use some plastic ones to start, and then I can eventually switch it over. But I'm going to go ahead and pop these in right now and put this together. I thought the black would look great with the composition cover because you have the black right here, so I feel like these really pop. Originally I was thinking white, and then I was like, no, I think I'm going to do black. So let me go ahead and pop these on real quick. I love how thick her covers are. These are amazing. I will put a link to her website in the description down below. So please, like, you know, take a look at Elisa, support her shop. She's like super sweet, and I'm excited too because she has a lot of faith-based stuff. And I've been trying to get into my faith routine and get it. So I just started my new faith planner this year, and I really am enjoying. I did the Kell of a Plan faith planner, but I wanted to do some other pages. I actually have a fun Valentine's one I found with John 3:16 that I wanted to make a special page for. So I'm going to get that done over the next day. But I am excited to order from Elisa and do some faith stuff as well too. And I feel like I forgot how to put disc on. Okay, so that's that right there. I'm popping the dividers, and then I'll put together everything off screen. But I do love how this looks with the black disc. I think it's gonna look amazing once I get it filled in and everything popped in there. So I'm super excited to give this a try. So thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments below, and don't forget to head over to thescrappywife.com and check out Elisa's website. She has a lot of amazing things, so I look forward to seeing what you also got if you did get it. So leave those in the comments down below. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Bye.